Deep in the ocean, there is a world hidden that is not made for human eyes. Beneath the calm blue water that we see from above, a different reality slowly begins. Where light disappears and life begins to take forms that seem almost unreal to us. We have been to the moon and know about distant planets and even the universe. But we have not yet fully seen 5% of the ocean on our own Earth. Imagine the world closest to us that is still unknown to us. The upper layer of the ocean is called the sunlight zone. This is where everything is most familiar. When sunlight falls, plankton creates energy from that light. That is, small fish eat them. Big fish eat small fish. And this is how a huge food chain is created. Everything is normal, and it seems like the world we know. But as you go down, this normal world will slowly start to change. About 200 meters down, the light weakens. And this is where the twilight zone begins. A strange border where there is and there is not. Sunlight does reach, but it is so weak that it cannot give energy to any other life. There are no trees, no greenery. Only deep darkness slowly descends. So how does life survive in this darkness? The answer comes from above. The layer of dead plankton, broken organisms, and small particles slowly descends. Although it may seem insignificant to us, this is the basis for survival in this dark world. The animals in this world are completely different. The bodies of many are so transparent that even the internal organs can be seen. As if they want to disappear. This transparency is their strategy for hiding. Because being seen in this darkness means danger. But not everyone hides. Some create their own light within the darkness. For example, bioluminescence. This light is not just beauty here, but also a weapon of survival. Some use this light to attract prey, while others use this light to make themselves invisible. Some animals imitate this faint light coming from themselves and use their own body light as if they were blending into the light. There is also a huge mystery. Every night, when night falls, billions of animals rise up from this dark layer. Fish, squid, jellyfish all together. They come in search of food. And when dawn comes, they all go down again. This phenomenon is called vertical migration. The largest animal movement in the world. The interesting thing is that it is so huge that once the solar machine mistakenly thought that the flock of these animals was the bottom of the sea. This twilight journey is the place where the known rules of the world begin to break down. Here, transparency becomes armor, light becomes a way to hide. And life changes in a way that we have not yet fully understood. And below this border, a deeper, darker, more unknown world awaits. After crossing the twilight zone, a layer begins in the ocean where there is no light. This place is called the midnight zone. There is no morning here. There is no afternoon, only continuous darkness. Sunlight never reaches here. The temperature is almost freezing. And the pressure is so high that the human body cannot survive here for a moment. Yet, even in this impossible environment, life does not stop. Rather, they have changed themselves in a more strange way. Animals at this level use all sorts of amazing strategies to survive. For example, dragonfish. A small but terrifying predator. That can create a kind of light that no other animal can see. As a result, it can easily see the predator. But the prey cannot see it. It creates a secret advantage for itself in the darkness. Some animals have chosen the path of complete invisibility. Their bodies are so black that even if light falls on them, it absorbs it completely. As a result, they almost disappear like shadows. In fact, not being seen in this dark world is the greatest security. One of the strangest predators at this level is the angelfish. They hang a small part of the water in front of their mouth. When they see it, the prey comes to them. But even stranger is their reproductive system. The male fish attaches to the female fish and gradually becomes part of her body. And only helps in reproduction for life. After the midnight zone, the abyss zone begins. A huge silent plain at the bottom of the sea. There is no light here. Food is scarce. And life moves very slowly. Yet some animals have grown unusually large. Such as the giant isopod. Some animals live slowly. They use their energy very carefully. And they survive for many years. In this place, sometimes a dead whale comes down from above. And then the whole area suddenly fills with life. Countless animals, small and large, surround that body. And a dead whale sometimes continues the life of this dark world for years as a food store. Although this abyss looks empty, life is hidden here at every level. From small microorganisms to strange animals. All together, an invisible cycle continues. This is the place where, despite being the largest area on Earth, we still know almost nothing about it. And below it, a deeper, more pressurized and more mysterious world awaits. After the abyss begins the deepest and most mysterious layer of the ocean. The Hadal Zone. This place is not an ordinary seabed but a huge, trench-like hole that goes down for several kilometers. The pressure here is so high that even human imagination would not work properly here. If you could somehow reach here, every part of your body would be under hundreds of times the pressure. Yet, the amazing thing is that life does not stop in this impossible place. One example of this depth is the Mariana Trench. The deepest ocean trench in the world. The surprising thing is that animals have been found here whose bodies are so soft and flexible that they can withstand this great pressure. For example, snail fish looks like an ordinary fish. But it lives in an environment where no other animal can survive. But the most surprising thing about this world is that life does not just survive here. Rather, it runs on a completely different system. Hot water and minerals come out of the deep cracks in the sea, which are called hydrothermal vents. Life has developed in these places without sunlight. Microorganisms live here using chemical energy. And the entire food cycle is created around those microorganisms. That is, there is no need for the sun for life in this world. This idea changes our entire way of thinking. Because if life can exist in such an extreme environment at such a depth in the Earth, then can't there be such life under the ice-covered planets or moons of space? That is why scientists do not see this deep ocean as just a part of the Earth. It is like a window from which we can understand the entire universe. But despite all this, this ocean world is still almost unknown. We have only been able to see a very small part of it. The rest is still covered in darkness. These deep layers of the ocean make one thing clear to us. No matter how advanced we are, many mysteries of the world are still beyond our grasp. The ocean is not just water, it is a completely different world. Where new rules, new life, new mysteries